So we're in the island of Abaco. We are conducting our mental health initiative called Mental Health and Psychosocial Support Initiative Nodes Network. So mental health is important in the country, so we want to ensure that all our family islands are receiving the same care as it relates to mental health and the importance of it. So we want to spread this initiative to the islands so they know what's on the ground in the island, and if it's not, what is needed.
On our first day of outreach, we went to Cooperstown, Abaco. So what we did there firstly was our heads of department and agency leaders meeting. We discussed the different strategies that we were thinking about. We told them about the Bahamas Psychological Association partnering with us in extending this outreach to the community. We told them about, we were thinking support groups, we were thinking individual therapy, we were thinking psychological first aid. We wanted to get their feedback to hear about things that they wanted for their community, what they see in their roles as the greater needs, the greatest needs. So it was extremely valuable to get their feedback because that will help to shape what we do moving forward with this initiative.
Today's little session was very informative. I feel that the heads of departments who came, they sort of felt that sort of like a relief will come. They were excited to know that the ministry, thinks enough of them to bring something like this to the forefront. They gave some good insights to the group sessions, individual counseling, because these are the things that they know that the community needs, as well as the teacher says, the students need.
And the second meeting was the town hall meeting because we wanted to hear from the community members for their importance of mental health and what is needed for them in the community and what can be done. The information was well received, whereas community members even tried to initiate it, how they can start to see on the mental health aspect of support groups or what they can do as a community to ensure that their members are being cared for or being looked at and being supportive. So it was a good initiative, and they was giving solutions on how that mission can be achieved. This is our mental health and psychosocial support initiative. So we want you to talk to you today about mental health and the importance of it, and what do you think is needed for the island of Abaco, specifically in Cooperstown. So this initiative we're engaging in, we consist of 8 family islands. So Grand Bahama was the first, Abaco is the second, and we will continue until July. Inaugural will be our last initiative.
Some of the highlights of yesterday's town hall in Cooperstown was firstly the attendance. There were over 20 people who came out, and it was varied demographics. There were also people from different sectors. We had people from law enforcement, we had retirees, we had people who were actually counselors here on the ground as well, so that was extremely valuable. A big thing that really stood out to me, there was a very impassioned young woman who stood up and shared. She was extremely nervous to open up and share, but she was able to give a lot of insight, and she made some extremely valid points. And I think what was very powerful about that to me was that, yes, we can all be afraid to open up, and we can be afraid to be vulnerable, but at the end of the day, it was super valuable. It was extremely beneficial to the group because a lot of people were resonating with what she had to say. So if we just open up and we are vulnerable, it can really have a great impact. And so that's what we hope to do with some of the support groups that we want to establish as well.
So for our second day, we went into Central Abaco, Marsh Harbor, and we had another heads of department meeting. So that included administrators, the police force, defense force, immigration, education, and nurses. And it's similar to what we did on the first day, whereas what is already on the ground as it relates to mental health and what is needed and how can we support that need.
As a man and far more as a father, it was extremely important to me because I believe every human being deserves the decency and the basic life conditions where they can function normally and enjoy the fruits and the benefits of life. It's amazing when you walk around every day and you see persons struggling with their mental health. It causes you to live in conditions that human beings shouldn't have to endure, shouldn't have to live. So as a human being, when I hear about addressing mental health, bringing resolution, bringing solutions, helping persons, it brings back the dignity, the honor that a human being should be living in. It means the world to me. I'm encouraged by it. And more importantly, as a human being, we're supposed to be here to help each other, to hold each other up, to support each other. When you fall down, I should give you a helping hand, not look down on you, not keep you down, not hurt you. I should help you.
As an Abaconian that lived through many hurricanes, but more particularly Hurricane Dorian, you saw some of the strongest individuals and leaders in the community break down. You saw children that were already challenged have further challenges. Even to today, there are some that cannot even take a shower because of the stress it puts on them in thinking about the next storm to come. It is more than just something to speak about, it is real. And these initiatives will help further my community. I'm an Abaconian, and I'm here standing alongside all Abaconians and knowing that we all have challenges mentally that we have to overcome. And when we catch them when they're small, they won't grow into something that's more dangerous.
As related to the town hall meeting, I feel the information was well received, although some members stated that they received the information late, but that was due to I'm guessing kind of probably we should have a next way of avenue of advertising, because we went to the island administrator. So if it can be done prior, a week in advance, and ensure that all persons have the information that we'll have, then it would be a greater turnout, but it was well received tonight as well.
This initiative is very important for the entire Bahamas. Mental health is now a public health priority, and it is being shown just wholeheartedly through the fact that we are no longer localizing our efforts to just New Providence. This is throughout our entire archipelago. To be able to be part of laying the foundation for this is extremely humbling. It is something that I am proud of, that my colleague and I, along with our supervisor and everybody else who supports us, we are doing some really good work here. I sincerely look forward to seeing what comes of this, and I know that myself and my colleague, Mrs. Kemp, are committed to seeing this through and doing what we can to support the mental health of this community. Mental health is everybody's business. Mental health is health too, and just to be able to amplify that message and share it, it really means a lot.
Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.